Cool. Oh, here it
All
is.
right.
Okay.
So yeah, what I recommend, just looking at your website now, I would definitely say, do a quick screen share. Video is going to be the most prominent thing right now, because everybody wants to see video. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, definitely, I would say shorts will probably be your top
Uh,
thing. Which
mm-hmm.
you can do those on Facebook and on YouTube, TikTok. All of those can be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I would have it in the about section, a small video about yourself and your website, kind of giving your backstory, kind of, you have your about story here. I would say make like maybe a 1 minute, 2 minute video at max of that, just recapping that video in the about section, put it right there just above the description. I mean, you literally could say what you have here, almost word for word. Uh, but just kind of, because most people are going to resonate to those videos, because that's just where social media is right now. It's all video content. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
really reads as much anymore unless it's a type of blog that they're interested in, something like a recipe, cookbook, something like that, or something that's really informative. But when it comes to sales, it's mostly going to be quick, short videos that demonstrate your product. So you can definitely showcase the different dolls. I wouldn't say too much on the dog food because that's pretty self-explanatory on that, but definitely showcasing some of your different dolls, especially if you're going to have a sale. Like if you have a Christmas type doll or if you're decorating something of that nature, definitely having a short video for those upcoming ones or seasonal products that you
Mm-hmm.
can put out, because then you can put that on your Facebook page, the videos and the shorts, what Facebook calls them reels now, are going to be broadcasted more often because that's what the social media newest feature is. So the more content that you have in that feature set is going to be what is going to show up more for people that are just surfing online on social media. That will help with your presence. You can do some additional paid ads if you want to do some paid advertisements. But if you're going to do a paid ad, I would definitely go with some type of special that you have going, or like I said, like a seasonal product. You definitely said you have a lot of things that are around the Halloween niche, so definitely you might want to advertise more during that time. But definitely now during the Christmas time because people are shopping anyways. So pretty much I would run your ads between October through maybe the first week and a half, maybe till like the 15th of December, because obviously you need to account for some shipping time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not likely that anybody's going to order, well, they can, but not as likely that they're going to order like by the 20th. Most people have already finished their shopping and everything's done by the 20th of
Mm-hmm.
December, because then they've got everything that they got to wrap up and get everything packaged and ready for actual
Right.
Christmas.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would run ads until around the 20th. Definitely Twitter. You can get some videos on there. But definitely Instagram, I think is gonna be one of your biggest methods because you can get all pictures of all of your products on there. So I definitely make sure you have every single one of your products also on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
because you never know which one's going to resonate with each person. So, and you have your website already on there, so that's good. Um, but yeah, I would say definitely get every single product that you have on there, because then you've got a good amount of them. But definitely look at whichever one that gets the most likes. I would say put that as maybe the next ad.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely seeing there if you've got one that gets more traction than the others. And definitely you can put a collage of them together as well. So you can have multiple images in one post as well. So it looks like this one has the most likes and 2 comments there. So that's some of the things you'll want to look at with your analytics. Do you have professional mode turned on your Instagram?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess I would have to check, to be honest with
Okay. So yeah, if you go into your settings, you can turn on professional mode.
you. Okay.
That will give you a little bit more insights of where your clicks are coming from, who's like more of who your audience is. Since there's people that may be looking at your page that aren't necessarily clicking follow. So it'll give you some more insights. And definitely look at Facebook on your insights as well. Facebook, your page will give you insights. So you can see who's viewing, who's liked your page.
Mm.
And you can definitely send out invites to all of your friends as well. So if you go to your page from if you have your own personal profile, you can go into here and share it with your friends and invite friends. I would definitely make sure that you've invited all of your friends. I believe it lets you do 1,000 a day. So if you have more than 1,000, wasn't looking at your personal profile here, but you can definitely get if you have your personal profile, you can invite your friends to increase your traction, because that will increase your likes, which will also get your page more views in the Facebook algorithm.
Okay, because these are more of like organic likes instead of just paying for the followers,
Correct.
right? Okay.
Yes. It'll be people that you've already connected with, because a lot of people that you connected with already on Facebook, from whichever pathway you've connected on your personal profile, they may not know about your actual store if you haven't told them directly. And then anything that you posted on here, but definitely posting your products, small videos are going to be good, just showcasing those different dolls. I know in your about section, I read that you had got them for your daughter. So maybe a short video of them playing with them or something of that nature, just content in general. But definitely, I think video content is going to help out a lot here, because that's just what everybody's looking at right now. Everybody
Yeah.
wants to see those short videos and reels. That's the main thing that Facebook promotes and advertises. So if you go to your general Facebook feed, like if I go to my general Facebook feed, even stories have multiple images and videos now. They attach music to it. So that's going to be the main thing. So reels and everything are going to pop up, but images and reels, images and video are going to be the main thing. So you can see it's all video, all images here. Everything. You barely got any text. So here's barely one out of the 17 posts I just scrolled through. So people are going to be resonating with those images and links versus more of than just plain text. So that's what I would definitely work with there. Do you have anything on YouTube as of yet?
No, I started it, but I didn't. I tried. That's the other thing I was going to talk to you about. Because I have the YouTube channel. I tried to put the video up. My phone is just not that good with that. So, I was thinking I didn't know if I needed to use Zoom to create a video, or like what do you recommend as far as doing a quality video?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend a video with Zoom. That's where I do 99% of my videos,
Oh,
especially
okay.
because if you have your laptop, it's going to keep the camera steady. So you don't have to worry about any camera shake.
Okay.
And usually it already has a decently built-in microphone, so your audio comes across clearer. Because if you have your phone, depending on the orientation that you're holding it in, you may be cutting off part of the audio, depending on where the microphone is on your phone.
Yeah.
Most of them are towards the bottom. So if you're holding it and it's at the bottom of your hand, so most people usually have their like something under like their pinky or something, depending on the orientation of their phone. And that, or if you're recording from a side view, then you're covering that microphone.
Yeah, and the picture quality just isn't that good. So, like, I've been looking at so many different videos on YouTube, and it gets so confusing because people are like, "Oh, you have to have this equipment, that equipment," and I'm just not a technical person. Like I told you before, I don't do that part of it. I
Yeah.
actually pay people to do stuff for me, like photography. I just can't do. I'm just not into that. Like, it just annoys me. Like I don't mean to be mean, but I just don't want to deal like I mean, I know some things I have to do and I get it and I like to be hands-on and see what's going on, but at the same time I don't want to spend so much time on that part, you know? So I'm more of
Yeah.
like I want to spend more time, you know, making things and ordering things, and I just don't want to really deal with that part. But so if I go so I was looking on there, so I just go to Zoom and then just I saw it on there where I can create the video and they pretty much take it from there as long as I make the video, right? Like
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
uh
Once you click in Zoom, just like we're doing right now, you just go into
mhm,
record And then once
Okay.
you end the call, it'll give you a file, and then you just
Mhm.
drag that file right over to YouTube under the
Oh,
upload
okay.
section.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
fairly simple. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do a quick two. I would say it doesn't even have to be any longer than 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. 2-minute video. Okay.
Yeah, I would do it, keep it short and sweet. Just give a little backstory on your business.
Mhm.
Pretty much exactly what you have in the about section. That same story of what
Oh,
you did,
okay.
how you created it, how you got started, and then
Mhm.
showcase a couple of products.
Okay.
And then that would be it. That would be it for that video. I would throw it right there on your about section. If you have the ability to upload the video to your website, but usually you can put, or if
Oh.
not, you can just put that link in your about section to the YouTube video,
Mhm.
and then that will
Well,
give you that video.
yeah. So I'm thinking, I mean, like I'm trying to think like if I put the see, because some people don't just go to the about, I know how people are. As soon as they go to your website, they just want wham bam, like everything right there. So it's
Yes.
just like is well, I know I go through who do I work with? I work with Homestead or
Okay.
Big Commerce. Big Commerce. I don't know if you've heard of them before. Um
I've not heard of that. I've not worked with them directly.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, they do all the software, they do all that stuff for me. So I can put my, do you recommend that I put like if I go on Zoom and then make the video, do you think I should put it on the front page of my website instead of them having to kind of dig for it?
Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's enough space here because you have your logo. You can put it right next to your logo. Or if
Okay.
BigCommerce has the ability to do a floating video, which
Mm-hmm.
will pop up, shortly after, you can just
Mm-hmm.
kind of like if they can set a timer to it. Like I have other websites on mine where a video can pop up like after they viewed the website for 10 or 15 seconds. Then it can
Mm-hmm.
just say, "Hey, welcome to my website. Thanks for looking around. Here's my story. This is why I created this. I hope you enjoy my products. You know,
Mm-hmm.
then that video can be even shorter if they do a floating video, because then you just want
Okay.
a quick welcome saying, "Hey, thanks for viewing my website."
Okay. So let's see. Do you recommend that I put it right there by the right hand side, like you said,
Yeah.
the
Yeah. I would
video?
say either the right hand side or the left hand side, whichever one, or you
Mm-hmm.
can put it if depending on it depends on kind of how they upload. You
Mm-hmm.
can even put it directly under the logo.
Okay.
So it just kind of depends on the spacing of
Yeah.
how they develop your website. So, but yeah, if they put a little more spacing in here,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how they can resize the video. Like with
Mm-hmm.
my websites, I can resize everything to
Mm-hmm.
the sizing that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So if they can put it just under there, then it can fit right under your video
Oh,
or
okay.
under your site. So I'll
Okay.
bring in one of my websites just to give you an example. So like
Okay.
here's the main thing that most people are looking at in this particular website, but the video is just off to the left. I have it off to the left because there's more
Okay.
that scrolls to the right. So it's kind of where their eyes are going to be at. But if I go to any of my other pages, no, that's not a good page to look on. But like this one, I have two videos on there. I have one at the very top and then one a little bit lower. So it could
Oh.
go in either placement, just depending on how they size on your website.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would definitely say throw that video up there because that's just going to give people that little bit more insight about you. And when they have that connection, then then there's likely to get more of that exposure, and then for them to come back and shop with you.
Yeah. Okay. So, like,
And
cause
then
I
I
know.
don't know if
Mhm.
they offer what's called abandoned cart
Yeah, they
follow up.
do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I would definitely make sure that that's turned on.
Okay. Let me make
And
sure.
definitely follow up on any of those abandoned carts as much as you can, because that's a person that for whatever reason might have likely are just going to be buying a little bit later. But definitely reach
Mm-hmm.
out to them, get some information from, get any type of feedback of if they had trouble with the website or what kind of stopped them in the middle of their process. But 99% of the time, it's just they were looking and they're going to buy it when they get paid or whatever happens to be. And that's
Oh,
usually the
okay.
most case with people that abandon the cart. But it's always
Mhm.
good to follow up with those ones because those are your next potential customers because they were that close to buying by adding something to the cart.
Yeah. So the abandoned cart, even though they track it, do they track it by like the email? That
I'm not sure on Big Commerce.
okay.
When I worked with Shopify and did a lot of retail in my system that I currently use, it tracks it by email. So when they place something in the cart, let's see if yours
Oh,
does it.
I think it
Let's
does.
just go through here and see if it'll do
Mhm.
it now. So let me just add something to cart and see what comes up. View cart. Okay, it comes out lower. It doesn't look like they quite do it, but usually most of even in the cart section, it will have something to where they could register.
Mhm.
And then because it looks like here your system is only getting, let's see if it even does it on checkout. Yeah, so yours is only doing it on the checkout. But if they, it might be something that do you have abandoned cart turned on already?
Do I have the what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Abandoned cart? Do you know if you have that
Um,
feature turned on
I
already?
can check. I thought I did, but I'll double check.
Okay.
Abandoned cart needs to be turned on. I'll check with them.
Yeah, double check with them because I would say
Okay.
it does it. It has it with the checkout, but usually this will pop up for a
Mhm.
customer before they get to checkout. It basically just puts this setup of
Mhm.
email and continue. It puts that into the cart
Mhm.
instead of just the checkout. So it's just a
Oh,
step ahead of where this page is because this is only happening at the checkout. But if nobody puts in their actual email address, they haven't got it's not far enough into the process, really.
okay. So
Like
they
if they were this is basically going through the full checkout. If they're going to shipping and entering into billing, shipping and billing, they're
Mhm.
pretty much going to buy at that point. But if you're
Right.
there just shopping, so what it should do at this point is already have them asking them to either join the newsletter or subscribe or enter in their email address before it gets to this full checkout. Then because then they can actually be added to your site. So they can register. It basically puts your registration right
Mhm.
at the start of the cart instead of making them go through checkout.
Okay. So I need
So
to check with them and just see if the abandoned cart is turned on and see if it's how are they tracking it just through email?
correct.
Or if they okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if they're tracking it right, it would basically it might not make them do a full new account, but it should at least have that email and continue like it did on the checkout. It
Mhm.
should have that, but right when they add something to the cart.
Oh, okay.
So it should
Um,
be on there when you go to view cart
mhm.
because then if they view the cart, then you can see them abandoning it. They haven't put in any information because right now, if I leave your website, you have none of my information unless I go through checkout and
Oh,
actually fill it out. Which,
mhm.
if they're going through that phase, they're likely already ready to purchase.
Right.
They're not going to abandon the cart pretty much at this point. They're checking out.
Mhm. Okay, so
But
I
if
need
you
to
have
find a way to find them before they do all that. Like, how do I
correct,
see that they went on? Oh, okay, I see.
yeah, they're abandoning. It should be in this phase right here. So like it should be right somewhere in this area, right above it.
Mhm.
Email and continue.
Okay. Um,
So like if you see, like I'll share on one of my websites where I just put my page. Now I'll just pull it up again. So like mine, it has the buttons. So it has the red button if they wanted. This essentially would be the checkout button. But if they're not ready to, then it has information where that can capture their information as well.
oh, okay. So
So
they
you
have
want to have something to capture their information
mhm.
pretty much in your just before your checkout process. So if they can get it into the cart phase, that'd be
Mhm.
great. So they can
Oh,
save their cart. Something along the line. Some different softwares do it differently, but along here will be you basically the create an account button or save your cart will be on this page as well. So it's the same stuff that you have on your website. It's just also in this area.
oh, because I have to see, because sometimes it's set up a certain like
Yeah,
they sometimes they say, well, you can have a third party go in and do that, but if it's not set up standard, it might not be there.
Gotcha.
So like if I add like, do you do that part too? Like sometimes they'll say, well, you have to ask a third party to, add on the different codes, I guess it is. They say if
Mhm.
I want to add different things. Do you do that?
I do that with my software. My
Okay.
software is a different hosting platform and different
Oh,
website building software.
okay. So it wouldn't work with BigCommerce then. I mean,
No,
would you?
not directly with BigCommerce.
Oh, okay. Hmm. Because sometimes, it's hard to trust people to go in there and put new codes in there because they can mess up the whole the whole
Yes.
website, So it's kind
Yes, they
of
can.
scary. So I'm kind of particular with that. So,
Yeah,
oh,
other than that, it's not too bad. I mean, you have newsletter on there, you have it where they can register. It's just that that's another area where you can add that same information. They
mm,
should be able to do it if they already have the registration
mm,
because they already have it to where you can create an account. So
yeah.
it's just adding this same page or even just a link in this cart page. So if it had on this cart page, just also we're here where it has home, your cart, just to create account button. The same registration and create account is just adding another link here
Mm. But
so
what
that
if
they
they
can.
don't want to create the account? What did you say? Like, how do we capture it without? Because some people just are not going to create the account because they think I'm going to send them an email. So,
Yeah, you can put that in your about and private your policies, but most people, if they're looking at your on an e-commerce website, they're
mm,
wanting to create an account so it can track their order, so they can always come back to and see their order history. If they're going to repeat order, especially if they're ordering something online, they want to make sure that their information is there so they get the product that they're ordering.
mm. Yeah, no,
But
I'm saying like I know like it's a requirement to put their information if they make a order, but I'm saying how did you say I could is there a way for me to capture when they go on there like without them registering? Is that possible?
yeah, so what I would do with that, it would be another type of pop-up. So if like I was saying with those floating windows, if they can do a floating thing, you can have a floating pop-up that will let them know register for our newsletter and you can get a coupon for free shipping or $10 off or whatever
Oh,
special you want to offer. You can
okay.
have a pop-up offer for anybody
Okay.
that's on the site for more than 5 seconds,
Okay,
or
so
whatever
just
it happens to be. But they should have an ability to do a pop up
mm,
after a timer, and then it'll
oh,
just
okay.
pop up. It'll basically essentially pop up with this here. It'll just say subscribe to our newsletter into your
Mm-hmm,
email address.
mm-hmm.
And what I
Okay.
usually like to capture on top of email is always getting a name because then you can personalize emails when you're following up.
Okay. So you said it's called a floating pop-up, or what was the other name?
Yes, floating pop up.
Oh, okay. So they'll know what I'm talking about if I just
Yes,
say.
yeah.
And then,
Any web developer will understand floating pop
okay,
up.
what the name? Okay. Oh, I see. Because it does drive me nuts when I go go on these websites. I'm like, will you stop putting all these pop-ups on here?
Yeah,
But I understand now as a business owner, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put the pop-up on there.
yeah, yeah.
So.
And it's really to offer anything that you're going to have as a special.
Hmm.
And especially if you want to offer free shipping on first order, that's a common, you know,
Oh.
promotion.
Hmm.
But then you'll definitely, I mean, you're already going to capture their information on the checkout anyways.
Hmm.
So you can do it at that point, but
Yeah.
it's just something to capture the email and have that email automatically send them the offer code.
Hmm.
That's an easy way to get them
Oh.
registered to your website, capture that
Oh, okay.
email, and you don't, then you can let them know when it's just going to be special promotions.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Um, Let me see. So what was the other question here? I got like a bunch of stuff here. Let me see. Is there anything else that you recommend? Just from looking on there, to get more traffic? Because I had uh, a long time ago someone that optimized my website, but I think you said that was a little obsolete. So, because I know it's kind of like you do it on your own. You have to kind of go on to social media and through Google to kind of track you that way. But do
Yeah.
you recommend like I don't know if you ever heard of have you ever heard of Upwork?
Yes.
Okay. So I deal with them a lot, and it's kind of hard because you got to find somebody that fits for you and stuff like that. So I was kind of trying to look for somebody that does like optimization, or somebody that does just like Facebook ads. But do you do that at all? Do you do like any optimization or anything on the side? Like if I pay you a certain amount, because I'm just really busy. So, do you do anything yourself at all? Like if I paid you to do certain things instead of having to go to Upwork all the time, like to do any optimization or uploading anything on my website or anything like that?
I
Do you?
do, but it's only with the software that I work under
Oh,
because I
okay.
get paid through that software company.
Oh,
It
okay.
allows me to subsidize the pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it'd be highly expensive to do it on
Oh,
any other programming site
okay.
because I really hate doing the coding, and especially with some of the
Yeah.
sites when you have to actually do the coding.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I'm working through my software and hosting the website, I have
Oh.
part of the coding already built to where I can do
Mm-hmm.
certain things. Like
Yeah.
literally to change the color of your text is about 50 lines of code.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I see what you're saying, because you work with a certain hosting company, so you have
Yes.
to work with
So I
them.
get paid off of the hosting of the website
Yeah.
and the utilization of the software. So I only work within that software now. I
Oh,
used to do a
okay.
lot of coding, but it just takes way too much of my time.
Yeah.
And then to make small, minute changes. It's a lot when it's particularly coded with most other softwares and others websites.
Mm-hmm.
Because if they don't have the software coding that I have,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a lot harder to build anything inside of it where I have to actually go and write the code rather than already
Okay.
having some of the code template minute to
Mm-hmm.
where I can just make and modify changes. Like on my
Oh, okay.
website, if I want to make and modify changes, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much click and drag because of the software I have. So like if I want to change something, I can just click in here and change it. I'll
Right.
give you a quick look at it. I'll go into my software really quick. Cause I have another client where I do a lot of the work for her, but she's also on my software.
Oh, okay, I got you. That makes sense.
So if I want to go in here and change anything in particular, it's fairly straightforward. I mean, anyone can do it from my software. So let me
Mm-hmm.
go to the page that we are looking at just to keep it similar. See, like all these pages I built myself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
This is the page we're working on. So if I go into here and I want to change something, this software is already has a lot of coding built into it
Mm-hmm.
already. So I don't have to physically go back and code it. So like I was saying, if I wanted to like I didn't say, like I was saying, it depending on how they can size videos.
Mm-hmm.
So if this was under your logo, I would size it smaller so
Mm-hmm.
that your logo stands out and the video is just there underneath.
Oh, okay.
So
So
that then I
let's.
can,
Mhm.
with my software, I can change all of this. If I want to change this text, I just have to click on it. Or instead of rewriting all the code, it's
Mhm.
already written and I can
Mhm.
instantly just change it to whatever I want.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so either they can do it, or I would have to find a different third party that would do it,
Correct.
going in
Yeah,
and
that's
change.
worked
Oh,
with that software. I'm not
mm-hmm.
sure which web development software BigCommerce is running on and what they're
Mm-hmm.
because some work with it depends on if they're working with a cPanel. These might be terms that are kind of out there for you if you're not too technically savvy, but
Mm-hmm.
it kind of depends on what the back end interface is that
Mm-hmm.
hosts your website.
Oh, okay.
So they might be coding fully, like some older websites code fully in HTML, where you have to write out everything
Oh, okay.
and then so, but if they might have backend software like the software that I use, it just might be more already kind of cookie cutter to where you kind of pick and select, and you can only select from the options that they give you, unless you're going to write in additional code.
Oh, okay. Okay, I get you. I understand what you're saying. I just have to contact them and see.
Yeah, I'll
So
definitely see how they're working. The other place that I work with a lot of, I refer some of my clients to because they're partners with my software and I've used them before as well. Fiverr also is another place like Upwork where you can get a lot of different developers to help with that, and you can specifically search for someone that's worked with BigCommerce.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard of them. Fiverr. Okay.
Yes,
Is it Fivr?
Fiverr.
Okay. Fivr. Okay.
You know, post the link in the chat. Let me grab it. And I'll throw it in the chat for you.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. Copy the wrong link. Disregard that one.
Okay.
There you go.
Is this recorded? Like, can I go back and pull this stuff
Yes,
up?
this is recorded. Oh, that's
Oh, okay.
good thing to remind you. Do you want me to list it as public? Do you mind? We don't have any video on this one, but I always ask for my clients if you want it posted as public, if that's okay with you. Then I'll put it on YouTube. I'll send you the link, or I can post it as unlisted. But then you won't be able to search for it. You'll have to save the link itself.
Oh, no, I just want it for myself. I don't want it public.
Okay. I will
Yeah.
post it as unlisted. I will give you the link once I get it
Okay.
uploaded to YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And
I'll email and text that link to you, and
oh,
then you'll
okay.
be able to access the recording through
Oh,
YouTube.
okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, so let me see how much more time we got. It's 52. And then let me see what was the other questions here. So with the Zoom video, so I don't have to worry about the lighting and all that kind of stuff. I can just like just put the video on there and that part's taken care of as far
For
as
the most part, you'll definitely want to have a little bit of lighting. You don't want it to be too dark, but you'll be able to
right.
see the video preview of your
Mhm.
face on there.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so you can see that ahead of time
Yeah.
of how you're going to kind of look before you
Mhm.
before you
Oh,
click
okay.
record.
Right. Okay. Is there a way to, you know, to delete the background? And then I know there's ways you can put, I've seen where they put, you know, like pictures of an office, like if you're in an office or,
Yes,
how do I go
Zoom
about
does
doing
have
that?
the virtual backgrounds that you can use.
Oh, okay. Do a lot of people use that? Do you recommend it?
Yes, a lot of people use them. I personally don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
I do my videos live. I
Oh,
have,
okay.
but my background, the way that most of my videos are, it, I have a hanging poster behind me that kind of ties into my other profiles, and I
Mhm.
can show you.
Do you recommend it or does it look too generic? Like, you know, like,
It's up to you. So, like my
yeah.
background, you can see the Batman poster behind me, and then I have another TV that I do. I show some other things on, but
Mhm.
other than that, it really just depends on your setup.
Mhm.
But you can always turn on a virtual background.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely I would recommend with Zoom, just doing that, um, and then you can put that on.
Oh, okay. Because I like it because people want to see like realistic kind of stuff. So I don't want
Correct.
it to look too animated, like they're like think you're fake, you know. So I
Exactly.
mean, you know, I try to keep it regular, but I guess I probably have to move my computer somewhere a little nicer background.
Yeah.
So I probably should do that. But yeah, so and the other question now, if I do the Zoom, if I want to show the products, how do I uh, move the camera to where they can see what I'm doing? Or is this
So
just like a introduction type of
yeah,
thing?
I'll just do an introductory type. So if
Oh,
you're looking
okay.
at it like this, so if you have your computer in front of you,
Mhm.
if you're sitting a little bit back, kind of want to put it up to your face,
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah.
and you just
Oh,
have
okay,
to
I
turn
got
it
you.
towards the camera.
Oh, okay. Instead of putting it down, like
Correct.
putting the camera. Okay, so I would just put it up. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you would just move the
Okay.
product into phase.
Yeah. So with
So
those like YouTube videos, you know, when you see those YouTube videos and stuff, how are they doing? Like, do you have to have certain equipment or is it through YouTube where they can change the picture and then they can,
Yes,
zoom down on the pictures. So is that through Zoom? I mean, YouTube
through
directly?
YouTube. So what you can
Oh,
do
okay.
is, yeah, when you go into video editing, once you've uploaded it, you can enter in what's called, they're called cards. Basically,
Okay.
you can slide in an image at any point. That's
Oh.
where most people you'll see they'll have what's called B-reel. They'll
Mm-hmm.
be recording their video, then you'll see something else pop up, whatever
Yeah.
they're talking about, or another
Mm-hmm.
image or another quick video. You can
Mm-hmm.
insert things into your video.
Oh, okay. But
And then
I mean,
you can change the audio during that time as well. So if you recorded your entire video, you could throw in another snippet of,
mhm,
here's the doll I was talking about.
right. So I mean, do I have to have my camera, I mean my phone to do that, or can I use Zoom to do that? Like, do I have to just use my own camera on for YouTube?
On that piece, you can, if you're adding an image, you can
Mm-hmm.
take it off of your phone. You can do it from your computer.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing it just in Zoom, how I would do it is how I just showed you. I would just showcase the product
Mm-hmm.
while you're recording it, and just put it
Oh,
up
okay.
to it and face the camera. If you're going to want to add it in as a B-reel, I would use an image, likely the same image that you have posted on your store, and then you can voice over while showing that image.
You mean for YouTube? I mean for YouTube, right?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
you can do that within YouTube. If you wanted to do it within the video, you could do a screen share like we're doing now and just have those products already. What I would do is if you're recording that, like say you want to highlight, we'll just go to zombie dolls really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Say you want to highlight this doll, and this doll. I would have 3 pages open
Mm-hmm.
of those dolls. And then when you're doing your recording, you can just do the screen share and
Oh,
go to those dolls. Then you can just go straight to the screen share.
oh, okay. But it'll kind of guide me along once I get into there, right? What is it under, did you say, for YouTube?
Under YouTube Studio.
Okay.
Yeah, once you upload content, I can do a quick share on that. Go into YouTube. So once you upload, you'll go into YouTube Studio.
Mm-hmm.
And in here, you will be able to edit your content to add cards. So if you want to edit, if I want to edit any of these particular videos, I can add a card inside of that video. So you go into the editor and it allows you to edit different parts of that video.
Oh, okay.
So if I wanted to embed something here, I can break out a clip in between this part and input whatever else I needed to change it to. You can blur certain things. You can trim out pieces. You can change the audio. So it just kind of depends on what you want to add in.
Okay. I mean, I guess I would have to look and see how to do all that because I mean,
Yeah.
you know how to do it, but I don't. But if I wanted to, do you do that for me or no? Is that something?
If you had all of the materials and you had exactly what you wanted to do,
Mhm.
but then I'd also need access to your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind that part. But okay, like if I have the images and things like that, you mean?
Correct. Yeah. Images, whatever timestamps you wanted in particular,
Mhm.
you'd have to have that information. Like pretty much, I'd have to know exactly what you're looking to accomplish.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just curious. I'm just trying to see what my options are. I mean, I'll try to do it myself because I know I'll be changing things, pretty often
Yeah.
and things like that. So, let me see. What was the other question I had too, real quick here? Um,
Yeah. I'm pretty expensive. You'll likely get a cheaper rate through Fiverr.
oh, okay. And then the social media followers, do you recommend purchasing those or is that something you recommend getting
No,
organic?
I do not recommend purchasing followers at all,
Mm,
because most of them are not in your target market. They're not going to
that's
be
what I thought.
anybody that's actually going to engage. That really, the only time I would purchase followers is if you needed to get to the next level. Like at YouTube, they have different milestones that I think want to say, I don't know if they changed it in a while, but I want to say 300 and 500 likes and then
Mm,
1,000. So if you're like really close to those numbers, then you can purchase a few to get you above that hump.
Mm,
But other than that, I wouldn't purchase those followers because they're likely never going to engage with your page. They're just going to add numbers to your account, and half of those accounts are going to fall off. So there are people that their accounts get deleted. Facebook will delete those type of accounts all the time. So if you purchase, say, 1,000
mm-hmm,
likes and
mm-hmm.
subscribers or followers, likely half of those are going to fall off within a week.
Oh yeah, yeah, I thought that. I don't want to do that. 'Cause That's
Yeah.
just I don't like to do that. So as far as like do you recommend doing drop ship like because is it Spotify that does that?
Uh, Shopify does drop
Shopify.
ship, but you
Yeah.
can set up different drop ships. If you get different vendors,
Mhm.
depending on where you're sourcing your material. But yeah, if you have some items that do resonate with your fan base, you can definitely drop ship those items. But I would definitely order them first for yourself
Mm,
so that you actually have a sample. See
mhm.
if you're going to do any drop shipping, see if they will do a sample order first, so you can see what the product actually, how it comes
Yeah.
packaged, how the quality of it. So definitely, if you're going to work on any drop shipping, always want to get sample orders first.
Oh, okay. Um, how much time do we have? What time is it?
It's 6 now, but we
Oh,
we started
oh,
about 15 minutes late, so we
yeah.
got about
Okay.
15 minutes.
Oh, okay. And then let's see, as far as like I saw on your website with the list. So let's see. With those lists though, how would I know if it pertains to me? Because I have such a niche business. So do you recommend that first of all, let me ask you with this list before I forget. Now, how does it work with these lists? Like, because I get so many emails, right? So is it legal to just contact these people? Do they just do these lists provide like their email addresses
Yes,
and names? So where are these lists coming from?
different web pages. We have different capture pages that
Hmm.
each individual fills out.
Okay.
So then once they're captured, they're double opt-in, so they've been confirmed. And then from
Oh, they're
there
opting. Okay.
you can reach back out to them.
Okay, so okay, and then you have to provide the unsubscribe if they want to, right?
Correct.
You just hit unsubscribe. Okay, so we can contact them via, is it just provided with their email or do they have like phone numbers?
Yes.
Or,
Yep. Email, name, email, phone number, and location. You'll
okay,
get their state.
okay, so what do most people do? Just email? Do you recommend calling or what
I
do you?
always recommend calling
Mhm,
because depending on which list you order,
mhm,
depending on which order, it can be up to 45 days delayed as far as the age of the lead.
mhm.
There are hot lists which have been done within the last 72 hours.
Mhm.
So it just kind of depends on which lead you've purchased.
Oh, okay.
But
So
the oldest ones are 45 days.
okay. So, I mean, so how do these people get out there? Like, how do they even get on the list?
They're filling out different websites. So like if they were to come to like my website and fill out my capture form, they come
Mhm,
from filling out lead capture forms on various different websites. Uh, our providers have thousands of different websites out there, kind of like
mhm,
Rob was talking about on the last Zoom, the business
mhm.
meetup. There are millions and millions of websites out there. So a lot of these people are filling out capture forms on
Oh,
the website, expressing their interest, and we just
mhm.
haven't followed up with them. So it gives you the opportunity to then follow up with them. We do generic lead orders. So we do
Oh,
generic pages. Are you interested in, such and such? Like one of our major ones is travel. Are you interested in traveling in the next 6 months?
okay.
And they're like, yes, I am. Okay, give us your information. We'll follow up with you. But then we
Okay.
don't actually follow up with them. We then sell that lead, and then that offers you the time to follow up with them.
Okay.
They've requested more information on several different niches.
Oh, on that certain topic. Okay. So
Yeah.
with the leads that you have, considering mine is such a niche business, but at the same time, I mean, like I'm working on doing not just the dolls, but women's accessories and dolls and earrings. I'm in the process of doing that right now. So, what list that you have do you recommend? Because I'll purchase one of your lead lists.
Yeah, I would say probably the we have actual lists that are just women only. So I
Mm-hmm.
would start with that one.
Okay.
but it'll be generic. And then you can just reach out to them and say, hey, you filled out your information on one of our partner websites.
Oh,
Here's the
okay.
offer that we have going on right now.
Oh, okay. So they have actually put their information in. It's not like you just searched it. They actually
Correct.
put
Yeah, we
their
don't use
information.
scrapers. We actually use we just use a generic form. We use a generic headline and
Mhm.
then an
Oh, okay.
information gather.
Okay. So if I order, I haven't looked on there. So what's the cost for the lead list? I didn't
It
even,
varies based on the different packages.
oh, okay. So depending on the package, okay.
Correct.
So how often would I have to purchase the lead list though?
That's
Um,
completely up to you. It's not something where you
oh,
have to continue purchasing. It's a one time type purchase.
oh, okay.
So
Yes.
you can
And
purchase as often as you want or as little as you
mm,
want.
okay, because I can put it in my own Excel sheet and keep up with it that way.
Correct.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, how often is it updated? Like with new people?
It's based on per order. So
Oh,
we'll actually
okay.
go out and start to run a new ad campaign based on the order.
Mhm.
If you purchase one of the older lists, like I was saying, they're usually run within the last 45 days of one of our
Oh,
previous campaigns. So if we
okay.
have if it's one of our pre-existing
Mm,
then you'll have that and there'll be leads that have entered in within the last 45 days. If it's
mm,
one of the those campaigns are a little bit more expensive where we're going out and you want to capture fresh leads,
mhm.
then you pay a little bit more per lead and we'll go out and put out a campaign to capture additional leads.
Oh, okay. I see.
But they
Okay.
usually
So,
do those every other week or so,
mhm.
and then they'll capture a new round of leads and deliver
Oh,
those out to those orders.
okay. So depending on the package deal, or you recommend like just a regular every 45 days because you kind of update it every 45 days or so.
Yes, there's always general leads coming in, so we have
Mm,
sets, and then
okay.
we'll make sure that we send out those. But we once they pass 45 days,
Mhm.
we pretty much consider those completely cold leads, so we don't
Oh,
utilize those anymore.
oh, okay. I see.
So we'll
Okay.
gather another set.
Oh, okay. So if like every 45 days, I could probably just reorder a new
Yes,
set of,
yeah,
oh, okay. And then let's see, the other question was, let's see, okay, so what I do, okay, so I'm trying to get in Target and Walmart, and these big chain stores. So I do have someone that I'm working with that gets me, buyers' names of these places. So do you offer buyer lists or it like is it something that I could pay you for to get the buyers from certain stores?
that isn't a list lead type that we've sourced in the past from the partners that I work with. I
Hmm.
haven't seen that type of list. The buyers list that we have are more into real estate and solar industries.
Oh, okay. So you just have those two. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
and
and then,
travel, but travel's pretty general.
Oh, okay.
It's
And what
not like they're
about,
looking for a specific type of trip.
oh, okay. So, okay, I got you. And then as far as like stocks, so I do E-Trade, just started recently. So do you do anything with that? Like, is there any, because I mean, it's so much out there. I look at that channel and everything, but is there a particular do you do anything with stocks as far as recommending companies that's doing well, or do you do anything with stocks at all?
I do in my other meetup group, which is the MSI concept group.
Mm-hmm.
That one I do. I advise of the stocks that I'm currently purchasing when I purchase something. I have
Mm-hmm.
another Telegram group that I send out when I purchase certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really just of what I like and purchase. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really promote any type of particular advice. To each their
Mm-hmm.
own. The only other thing that I do promote is the stash application
Mm-hmm.
because it buys stocks with money that you're already going to spend.
Okay,
I have that video on my YouTube channel as well.
so just okay, is it on your website too, or just the YouTube?
Yeah, the Stash app is under the app section.
Oh, for stock. Oh, okay, under apps. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so go under the apps there, and have you heard of E-Trade? I'm sure you have, but I
Yeah,
mean, do you recommend that one? that
I
you
don't, because of their commission structure and their
oh, okay.
fees.
Mm-hmm.
I know they've reduced them, but I had E-Trade when I first started doing stocks in like I'd say 2012.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was probably like more like 2010. But yeah, I got out of E-Trade because of their fees.
Oh, because of it.
They
Okay.
can't
But
count.
you said on your stocks channel it'll tell you what you recommend at this point.
Yeah, some of the things I recommend. I getting into my Telegram group. Will have the information of the stocks that I recommended before. Not really recommended, just the ones that I've purchased.
Okay. Now I noticed down here too that it says how do I know if you okay, I'm new to this new technology, so I'm not good with it. So with the notifications when you go live, how do I know if you go live? Do I have to go on your website or how do I know when you go live on your channel or YouTube or do you send notifications out about that?
The only in my Facebook group that I do, I send those out. But yeah, you can
Oh,
subscribe to the YouTube channel because I have several different platforms and
okay.
types of videos that go into my channel. So
Okay.
the other ones I send out and my mailing list.
Oh, okay. So as long, if I go on your website and subscribe, then do you send me like notifications of when you go live?
Depends on when I'm what topic. Most of the times of my lives are going to be on my meetup groups now,
Oh,
which
okay.
are always going to be on Saturdays.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but I have three different groups. The business group that you're already a part of,
Mm-hmm.
that live. I have a crypto trading group, and then I have my MSI concept group, which goes over the all eight income streams, which includes stocks.
Oh, okay. So I guess I'll just go on there. What do you know what day you're going to be doing for this month?
It's
Like,
always Saturday.
oh, do you know, I
I
mean,
do
like
every Saturday except for the first Saturday of the month. So the second, third, and fourth Saturday each have a different topic.
oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. All right. I think that was, let me see, pretty much it. Let me just make sure. I guess I was going to try those influencers, but the only thing I'm curious about that is even if they have a lot of followers, like you said, what if they don't pertain to me? I guess that's a chance I have to take with the influencers.
Yeah, and that's the same with like the same with like buying likes.
Hmm.
Those accounts, it's not going to have as much engagement because if they're
Hmm.
not really looking for your particular niche, you never know. The thing with the influencers, though, if they really like your product, they may have some people that'll buy it,
Hmm.
but you never know. It just kind of depends with those different influencers of how well they resonate with their followers on
Hmm.
actually getting results of actual orders. You know,
Right. Yeah.
could be an influencer that like there's lots of influence. Like I have a few influencer friends that are bodybuilders and but they'll promote workout gear because they're constantly working out and people that follow them are following them because they work out. So
Mm-hmm.
it kind of depends on what that follower's niche is of if it's even going to be
Yeah.
worth it to utilize that influencer because it's not their target market either.
Hmm.
So it's
Okay.
just finding somebody that's got somewhat of your target market
Hmm.
and then trying to get your products in front of them because it's all about sales is all about getting eyeballs to your
Right.
products.
Hmm.
More eyeballs you can get to it, the more sales you have the potential of.
Yeah. So is there any particular one you use for influencers? Like any particular companies
I
that I
particularly
guess?
don't. I
Oh,
just
okay.
know of them. I have
Oh,
other contacts that are influencers. So I
oh,
know
okay.
what they're doing and how they operate.
Right.
But
Okay.
no, I build all of my own content and all of my own videos. Everything that I've done is built up. My website, everything's built by what I've learned to utilize.
Yeah, okay. And then the last question that I was wondering too, so what I mean, if I needed you to do something certain like particular, can I just reach out to you and say, hey, I don't have time to do this or that. Can you go into my website or YouTube or Twitter? Do you do any of that? Any type of assistance with advertising for me that you can do behind the scenes for me, or do you not do that? Because like I said, I usually go with Upwork because they do the work for me while I'm busy during the day. So I'm just
Mhm.
wondering, do you offer any of those type of services?
Yeah, I do, and I have, but it's my time is very expensive to
Yeah.
do it for people,
Mhm.
especially in writing content, because
Yeah.
content creation is a heavy process to do.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mostly recommend Fiverr as the first niche. But
Oh,
if you know exact, because unless you know exactly what you want,
mhm.
then it's way too much time for me to try and deliver content.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll just look on your website. I saw the different incomes that you do.
Yeah.
Oh, the automation too.
Yes.
So automation, what does that mean? Like what do you offer with that? I didn't really understand that part. Where
Uh,
you were saying on the call where you say you get orders when you're not working. So what's the automation mean?
So as you're looking on my website, like my automation is already set up to where when people will go through and click through, pretty much the same that you have on yours with the shopping cart. So
Mhm.
somebody can go through my complete website and shop through here. But if they
Mhm.
don't, this will my like if they fill out the capture form and I get their information, I have
Mhm.
an autoresponder that follows up with it. It
Oh,
automatically does it. My Facebook, you can see this pops up automatically to connect with them. I have messages that go out automatically for Facebook that
okay.
follows up with anybody that's follows my pages. I have automation that posts on my Facebook pages for like my Facebook page is set up for the next month. Like all of my content is automatically posted
Okay. So how
for
do I
me.
go through that through like BigCommerce?
If they have set up for it, other than
Oh,
that, you need software to utilize it. Like if you have the different website tools, like my web tools and my Facebook automation tools, you can get from my
oh,
website, depending on
oh.
what you actually need.
Oh, okay. So I can go on there. Okay, I'll look on there a little further. So just go to Facebook tools and data backup for the automation part
Yeah, Facebook automation and then website automation or website tools.
website. Okay, let me write it down. So
The web tools will goes in. This goes
tools.
into my full software that I use with building all of my websites. Email automation is all built into that, and then you have the Facebook automation that has different tools inside of that.
Okay.
Like this one, I have a tool that goes out, does happy birthday for every person that follows me, automatically follows up with them. And then I
Mm-hmm.
have a Facebook lead categorizer. So I can label anybody with a lead. And if I want to send out a new campaign, like I have my credit repair business, I have contacts on Facebook that are labeled for credit repair. And whenever I do a new special or anything of that nature, I can send out one message and then I have an automated tool that will go out and message every one of my Facebook contacts that I flagged that are
Wow.
interested in that.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's so much to know. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
I commend you for what you're doing. So that's great. I'm glad I found you. I just happened to
Definitely.
look, yeah, I happened to just because I was just like, where do I start? And I had a meetup, so I said, let me just look on there. So I found you on there. So I'm glad I did. But
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, so I'll look on here more. And then I'll just reach out to you again if I have further questions. So I know for sure I do want the lead list. So I'm gonna look on there for the pricing. And then
Sure
I'll
thing.
check out this other automated stuff. So I'll definitely be reaching back out. And then I'll be on the call for monthly
Yeah,
meetup that you have. So okay.
that's good.
All righty. Well, thanks again so much. I appreciate your time. And thanks for being
Thank you.
patient with me. I just got so bombarded this weekend. It was just like cuckoo.
No
Got
worries.
really busy.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, life comes at us fast and hard. So,
Yeah. So let me know if you get anything other than that. Always email. Feel free to email me or text me and let me know whatever new you got going on. Cause I'm always gonna look on your website and see. So
sure thing, will do. Yeah,
okay.
be happy to reach out and follow up. I know you're
Okay.
subscribed on the mailing list. You'll definitely see some different things that go out from there as well. The mailing
Okay.
list is usually the first place that gets the update, and then
Mhm.
Facebook is my most common profile
Mhm.
because I
Oh,
have
okay.
so much automation behind my Facebook profile.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's the main one that I post social media
Oh,
wise.
you do? Oh, okay. Is that the main one now? Facebook? Most people doing now? Is Facebook?
It kind of depends on your niche. I
Yeah.
know most of the influencers that I know are Twitter and Instagram, just
Oh,
because
okay.
they mostly do short video and
Oh,
photo
okay.
content. So it just
Oh,
kind of
okay.
depends on the content.
Mhm. Okay.
But I've been
Okay.
on Facebook since it first started, so
Yeah.
I've just stuck with that platform.
Mm-hmm.
I have automation for Twitter and Instagram. It automatically, but that all follows the posts that are already on my Facebook page. So it's not like it has any different content.
Right. Okay. Okay. So I'll go on your website and subscribe. I don't know if I did it or not, but I'll go on there right now and see if I did. Then I'll put it on there. Okay.
Yeah, I got your email through there. I
Oh,
know you.
it worked. Oh, okay.
Yep.
So I've subscribed already. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Well, thanks again. I appreciate your time.
Sure
So
thing.
I'll
Yeah, I'll get
see.
this uploaded and then I'll
Mhm.
send you over the link.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Okay. I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.